How are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key and we are live for Real Betis against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey. We were going to do Juventus against Atalanta in the Coppa d'Italia quarter-final. But I had a look at it and I thought, do you know what? This is one of the first times, I think it might even be the first time, we're witnessing a bit of history here, that on free-to-air British television, you're going to see the Copa del Rey. It's on ITV4 tonight. So I thought, we'd get a little bit of a wider audience watching this one. I mean, I think both games are going to be fantastic. I was looking forward to Atalanta Juventus as well. But I just thought to myself, do you know what? No, I think the Coppa d'Italia will be a good game, but the Copa del Rey will be a really good game. And Betis against Atletico Madrid, rather. Two very forward-thinking sides, or at least Atletico have to be. Betis are certainly a forward-thinking side under Pellegrini. Atletico, I think they have to treat this competition seriously, because if they were to get past Betis tonight, they'd maybe be the second favourites. With Real Madrid out, there's Barcelona, Bilbao and Sociedad left in the final four, waiting for one of the winners here tonight. So it is on ITV4 or ITVX if you're watching, if you want to watch along with us. Coppa d'Italia will be 0-0, says 124. And DC, who have you got in the Ireland and France rugby match? I'll be honest, mate, I don't know a great deal about rugby league, rugby union. I do watch a bit of rugby league, actually, but I don't know a great deal about it. Not enough to give any sort of meaningful prediction, let's put it that way. One day or less, how's it going? Callum, Atletico Madrid will win tonight. Ryan Lamb, hiya Key, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. ITV4, yes. Even though the TV guide says otherwise, apparently it is on ITV4. Yes, ITV4. Good evening, Sarah. How's it going? Julius, you're not doing Coppa d'Italia. I'm not doing Coppa d'Italia. No, I'm doing Copa del Rey. Betis against Atletico Madrid. DC, I'll take that as you want Ireland to win. Thanks, Key. Yeah, why not? To be honest, Ireland and France, I don't know who's better. I genuinely couldn't tell you who's the better side. I really couldn't. 124, have you seen the Saudi League drama and what's your thoughts? I don't know enough about it. I haven't seen enough about it. I know that Cristiano Ronaldo's threw his toys out the pram and something to do with Benzema going, and he scored on his debut tonight, hasn't he, Benzema? So I don't know enough about it, I'll be honest, to be any sort of a... I would never profess to be an expert on the Saudi League. We watch the Saudi League on this channel, mind. But yeah, no, I don't know enough about it. Sorry, mate. I'd happily have a conversation. If someone can educate me, if you want to educate me on it, I'll happily be educated. I don't have an ego when it comes to that stuff. Chimey says, yeah, Jake, I'm confident we're getting top 3 as well. All eyes on Lookman tonight. Callum says, Ronaldo being a baby like usual. What's new? And basically, Al Hilal signed Benzema and Ronaldo basically said it's not for how much they spend. Isn't it? Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure the only bit I heard was that it's like anti-competition, anti-competitive rules or something like that. It's something to do with anti-competitive laws or him feeling that it's not particularly competitive. Foxy, proper football game tonight, not the terrible English rubbish that we see too much. Well, we were gonna do Atalanta v Juventus in the Coppa d'Italia. That is on TNT Sports. If you still want to watch that, I'll be keeping updated on it all night tonight. So if you want to watch the Coppa d'Italia, by all means do so. But we're going to be watching Real Betis against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey. That is on ITV4, ITVX tonight. So if you want to watch along, you can absolutely. Callum says it's because basically Al Nassr signed nobody and PIP owns 3 teams, Al Ittihad, Al Nassr and Al Hilal, and that's why. I see. JD, who do you think's winning, Betis or Atletico? Well, I've got my Betis shirt here, and I'm very much a Betis supporter for tonight. So I'm rooting for a Betis win. I don't mind Atletico, to be fair. I've got an Atletico shirt as well. Is it down there? I've got an Atletico shirt down there as well. So I'm a bit of a hypocrite in Spanish football terms. I've got a Malaga shirt just behind me as well. I've got a Malaga shirt, a Villarreal shirt, a Betis shirt, an Atleti shirt. I like a lot of Spanish teams, but I would say Betis is If I had to name one Spanish side, Betis would be my side. Yeah, because I love Seville. Seville's my favourite place in the whole world. So yeah, if I was naming a Spanish side that I was supporting, it'd probably be Betis. JD, statistically, who's more likely to win, would you say? Well, probably Atleti. Atleti would probably be the better side out of these two, but you can't rule Pellegrini's side out. They always do well, and yeah, they're a very, very good team. Anthony Ezalzouli, of course. Yeah, Ezalzouli was brilliant the other night in the Europa League. We, of course, watched Betis in the Europa League against Feyenoord, and they were terrific. But if we have a little look, I will go through the lineups with you, because we are just 9 minutes away from kickoff. Oxford fan says, why don't you support Sevilla then? I've been to Sevilla. I've been to the Sanchez Pizjuan, Roman Sanchez Pizjuan. I didn't really like Sevilla's stadium or Sevilla. Yeah, I love Seville, the city, but Betis is the better team in Seville. Ryan says, Manuel Pellegrini used to manage my football team. I support Key. All right. Who's that? West Ham? Or Villarreal? Or City? 1, 2, 3. Also, young Pablo Garcia. You would have watched him before, Key. Yeah, we've watched Pablo Garcia before on this channel. He's one of my favourite up-and-coming young players. He was brilliant in the Under-19 European Championships. LJ says, hi, Key. My favourite Spanish football team is Real Sociedad from the Basque, more specifically San Sebastian. Nice. And Foxy says, Ronaldo basically saying the same thing Newcastle fans are. What is happening with that recruitment? Why nothing again while they continue to focus highly on Saudi Pro League and especially Al Hilal? Yeah. Well, we've got the teams. Let's have a look at the teams. So, for Betis tonight, it's Adrian in goal. Ex-Liverpool goalkeeper. Adrian in goal. Then it's Ruibal, Bartra, Llorente and Gomez at the back. Diossa, Roca and Fornals. Ex-West Ham midfielder Pablo Fornals is in midfield with Diossa and Roca. And then it's Ezalzouli, Anthony and Avia, Chaimi Avia. But Anthony and Ezalzouli on the wings for Betis tonight. They will cause problems, of course. For Atletico Madrid, it's Musso in goal. Ruggeri, Hansko, Mark Pubil. Hank, Hansko, Pubil, and Llorente. And then it's Simeone, Barrios, Koke, and Baena, with Lookman starting up front for Atletico Madrid. This is his debut tonight since his €35 million Euro transfer from Atalanta. So Lookman's debut tonight against Betis with Griezmann alongside him. So Betis have gone for a strong attack themselves with front three of Anthony, Avila, Ezalzouli. Anthony, I think he's got to step up in these games this season. He's done really, really well in the Europa League. But he's got to do a little bit better, I think, in the big moments for Betis. Yeah, I feel like he's not done maybe as well as he could have done this season in the big moments. He's a really good player. I like Anthony a lot. Lookman debut. Yusuf says, no way you've won the World Cup. I have, mate, yeah. It's cracking, innit? I got given that. It's not really even mine. I just got given it and I thought, oh, it's a nice little replica. Why not? They've just loaned me that. Obed Vargas on the bench for Madrid, another new signing. Yo, yeah, let's have a look at the benches as well. That's a fair play. So benches. For Betis, it's Altimira, Bakambu, Fidalgo, Firpo, Pablo Garcia. Hopefully we see him at some point tonight. Paul Lopez, ex-Spurs goalkeeper, of course, Paul Lopez. With Nathan, Ortiz, Riquelme, Ricardo Rodriguez and Valles on the bench. Bellerin is injured. No Isco, no Lo Celso, no Amrabat. Crucially, all those injured for Betis tonight. And for Atletico, Julian Alvarez is on the bench. Almada, Jimenez, Gonzalez, Longley, Lenormand, Mendoza, Molina, Oblak, and yes, Obed Vargas, as you say. They're coming in from Seattle Sounders. He's joined for $3 million. No Cardoso, no Soloff tonight. Yusuf, I believe that's real gold, mate. You're rich. It's the actual Jules Rimet. Yes, the proper Jules Rimet. Callum says Nunes looks to be turning to Europe as he wasn't in the Al Hilal squad. Yeah, Nunes has gone to, is it Fenerbahce? Apparently, yeah, and Darwin Nunes to Fenerbahce. What's going on there? John Duran has gone to, is it Lille? And Darwin Nunes to Fenerbahce. Crazy. LJ says, I don't know if me as an Everton fan have a similarity between Everton and Sociedad. Shell, can you help me out, please? I guess Everton and Sociedad, I would say Everton have probably got more of a connection with, like, Espanyol. Obviously being not the smaller side, but you know what I mean? Like, maybe the team that competes with the more established team. Barcelona and Espanyol. Maybe you could say you're more like Atleti. Real and Atleti. Sociedad, I mean, yeah, you've got the Arteta connection, I guess, with Everton. There's not really a whole lot of other connections, I don't think. Maybe, no, there's not really any others, really. Don't think so, anyway. Julius, where do you watch Coppa Italia? Can't find game on TNT Sports. I'm sure it is on TNT Sports. Fairly confident it is on TNT Sports tonight. Is it on TNT? Let's have a look. Where is it? Is it on TNT? It's not on TNT. Sorry, it's not on TNT. It's on Premier Sports tonight. So yeah, I was going to watch it on Premier Sports. You can watch it on Premier Sports. You can get that through Amazon Prime if you want to watch it, or you can watch Copa del Rey with us. Yusuf Nunes is not going to Fenerbahce. Is he not? Are you sure? That was the rumour doing the rounds. Bid accepted. Striker could move. Fenerbahce have inquired about Darwin Nunes, but no guarantee that the deal progresses. No. Romano said Darwin Nunes, Fenerbahce deal not happening. Okay. Fair enough. I take it all back. Cheers for that, DC. Thank you very much. So yeah, listen, we'll just be having a general chat about football tonight. We'll be doing all sorts about, obviously we'll be covering this game. We'll be watching Betis and Atleti, and we'll be, determining which team we think might go through. Because there's 3 big teams waiting for them: Barca, Sociedad, and Bilbao in the semis. But yeah, we'll be keeping updated on all the other quarterfinals that are going on elsewhere in Europe, because it's not just the Copa del Rey and the Coppa Italia. It's also the French Cup's also going on tonight. Strasbourg playing Monaco, so I'll keep you updated on that one. I guess Betis copied Celtic. DC, do you think United will win the next 2 so that lad can get a trim? No, I don't think so. Man United in a title race, Key? No, mate, United aren't in a title race. United won't finish in the top 4. United are not going to finish in the top 4. Not playing the way they are. They were terrible against Fulham. Sir Key, you checked your subs count. Why? Is this has something happened? I haven't seen it. No. What's happened? Yeah, no, I've not checked it. FM No Casuals are all Anderlecht, aren't we? Right, who's Anderlecht playing? Who are Anderlecht playing tonight? Who's Anderlecht playing? I've not seen Anderlecht playing anyone tonight. Guessing that's the Belgian Cup, is it? Antwerp. Oh, tell me you've not gone on Anderlecht Antwerp. Oh, you silly sausage. Kyle, do you go gym or just sit down all day? I'm standing. I never sit down. Never sit down. I'm always standing. Always standing for games. Standing section, this kid. Standing section. Oxford says you've gained like 1k in a couple of days. Yeah, we've done alright. We're flying. Doing okay. Jamie, Turkish clubs are smart, noticing the players they can get from Saudi. And Ryan Lamb says 2-1 to Atletico Madrid's my prediction today. Simeone is in a weird place, it feels like, with Atletico. Do you not think? Do you not feel like Simeone's kind of, has he hit his ceiling as an Atletico Madrid manager? There's Lookman and Fornals, 2x. Well, they didn't play, they're not teammates, but they played against each other in the Premier League, didn't they? Ethan, if I supported a Spanish team, it would be Atletico. I've always liked them, and they have Alvarez, ex-City player. Of course. 29, what are you doing if Arsenal win the Prem? Same thing I did when City won the Prem. Same thing I did when Chelsea won the Prem or United won the Prem. I'll just go on living my life, mate. Yeah. It's the same as everyone else. To be honest, I've posted, I don't know if you've seen, maybe you've not seen, but I posted just before we came on air tonight, I posted about the sort of ultimate conundrum for Arsenal fans and whether or not they would accept this dilemma, this situation. If you're an Arsenal fan, would you accept winning the Premier League and the Carabao Cup? You can win both of them. Let's say I was a genie and I could wave a magic wand and I could say, right, you're going to win the Premier League and you're going to win the Carabao Cup, right? But Spurs have to win the Champions League for that to happen. That's the trade-off. Spurs don't win the Champions League, you don't win anything either. Would you accept that? Would you accept you win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup at the end of this season, guaranteed you win it, but Spurs win the Champions League, or you both win nothing? You both win nothing. DLVA says, of course we would accept it. 29 says, I'll take it, mate. I only cared about Arsenal. Well, you want to tell your fellow Arsenal fans that, mate, because that is overwhelmingly not the response that is being given. I have put that into a poll on Instagram. I have put it to people across TikTok. And it's the overwhelming answer. The overwhelming answer is we don't want Spurs winning that Champions League. We can't have them winning the Champions League before we do. They'll never shut up about it. I'd rather win nothing. I would rather win nothing. That's the ultimate conundrum. I've put it to Arsenal fans, and they're responding at the moment. It's only posted in the last hour or so. Not even the last hour, last half an hour. I think I posted it. We talked about it on a recent stream, and I thought I'd put it to the masses and see what they saw, what they thought. There you go, J. Lou, easy. Both win nothing. Exactly. That's it. There's some Arsenal fans who'll say absolutely not. The Spurs can't win that. Spurs cannot win that. 3-star. Lovely to see you. Ryan says, do you think Diego Simeone will leave Atletico Madrid, Key? I don't. Yeah. I mean, where would he go? I feel like he has hit a ceiling, really, with Atletico, and I don't think it ever gets better than what he's got. He's been a wonderful, wonderful manager for him, but I just don't see it getting better for him, to be honest. Do you? Have I got that wrong? Yeah, I just don't see it getting better, really. Ethan, isn't Pellegrini from Chile? He is. Yeah. He is. You've been spring cleaning, sir. Lovely. 29, Key, I might be the only Arsenal fan that enjoys your banter, mate. No, I'm telling you, you're really not. I mean, it's lovely that you say that, by the way. I really appreciate it. But you're genuinely not. You'd be amazed. I say this a lot, but it is true. How many people come in to give me stick and give me grief, and usually do, and then stick around for a little bit because they like the vibe and they like the fact that it's kind of like a pub. It's a little pub where we've got loads of different fans. It's not like a Liverpool fan channel or a Chelsea fan channel or a United fan channel where it's all a bit. It's like an echo chamber. It's not like that. It's not like that. If you go in any Premier League dad chat, any live we've done, the mix of fans is so broad. Up and down the football pyramid. Notts County fans, we've got Coventry fans, we've got Borough fans, we've got Leicester fans, we've got Peterborough fans, regulars. We've got Everton fans, and of course we've got United fans and Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans as well. But it's a nice mix. It's a nice mix. DC always had a soft spot for Atletico, especially when they had Falcao, one of my favourite strikers. I always preferred Diego Costa to Falcao. He was a good, but yeah, very good player. For me, if we're rating Atletico strikers, it would be, for me, Falcao would probably be bottom. Then it would be, be so difficult. I'd probably then have to go Diego Costa and then Forlan. Because again, I don't think he gets anywhere near as much praise as he should have done. He was unbelievable for him. And then, Torres or Aguero, I don't know. Torres or Aguero, so difficult. Torres at his peak, I think, was better than Aguero. But Aguero's unbelievable for City, so I wouldn't have a problem if we said Aguero for that. To me, genuinely, never actually seen you watch a Liverpool game. You want to open your eyes a bit then, mate. You want to open your eyes. I watch Liverpool every single... I've never missed a Liverpool game. Never. Never, ever, ever. Always watch a Liverpool game. Every single game that's on. DC, just the Falcao had all the different finishes in him. He did, yeah. Betis with a strike. Oh, unlucky. What an absolute worldie that would have been. Was that Ezalzouli? Oh, he's a player, him, isn't he? He is an absolute player. Every time I have watched this lad, he's been incredible for him. Going back to last season when we was watching Betis as well, he was unbelievable for him. He's got everything in his locker. Look at that first touch. Cuts inside the fullback. Llorente, absolutely no chance. And he's bending it round. He's got no right to even have a shot from there. And the goalkeeper, Musso's absolutely nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. Ian tried blocking you so many times. You want to get a life, you snowflake. Oh, just find the block button. Why are you trying to block people anyway? Just if you don't like something, just don't watch it. Just scroll on. If you've got a block, then all you're doing really is just telling yourself you've got no self-control. you're going to see me pop up on your timeline and you've got not the ability to just go, yeah. Like, it doesn't hurt me. You blocking me doesn't hurt me. Just hurts you, and that's fine. That's no problem. Do what you want to do, mate. J. Lou says, so do you see Slot being manager next season for Liverpool? Yes, absolutely. Has to be. Has to be. Lookman here, edge of the box for Atletico. Lays it back. I thought we'd have Atleti in the red kit tonight. Sarah says, my mum wants to retire in Snowdonia. Beautiful part of the world. Diamond says, where can I watch the live? Please, on ITV4. I don't know where you are in the world, but it's on ITV4. 29, what league is your favourite outside of the Prem? Favourite league outside of the Prem would probably be... It's so difficult. I like La Liga. But I feel like La Liga's got a bit dull and a bit drab recently. You'd probably get better entertainment value out of do you know what? I actually think the Championship. I'd go as far as saying the Championship. I think for entertainment value, it's the Championship. For quality, you probably have to look at Serie A and La Liga. I tell you where he's underrated though, and you know, I'll get stick, and it's not me just trying to be, ooh, look at me, I'm being niche. But the Danish League. Whenever we've watched the Danish League on this channel, it's always produced. We watched the Danish Cup final. We've seen Midtjylland a number of times in Europe. Copenhagen, whenever they've played, you know, great games against United. The 4-3 against United when they played against Barcelona. I think they did justice. You know, Brøndby, fantastic side when they've turned up in Europe as well. So I feel like the Danish Super League is getting better. Maybe the quality outside of those sort of top 3, top 4 is a bit sketchy, but you always get goals. Always goals. So many games ending up like 5-4, 6-3, stuff like that in the Danish League. And Midtjylland have got... I am absolutely adamant that Midtjylland's front 3 will be all be Premier League players inside the next 18 months. What we saying? Jamie says, how many Arsenal games have you watched this year? Couldn't tell you. This year, since the start of January, don't know. How many Arsenal games have there been? Probably every one. Probably every Arsenal game since the start of January. I don't think we've missed one. Although we might have done. I can't remember. There might have been a 3 o'clock kickoff that we've not done. I don't know. But yeah, we've covered most Arsenal games, every Liverpool game, most United games, most City games, most Chelsea games. Sumik says City will beat Shitpool. Okay. Mags, why don't you worry about your own team? I do, but I like watching football. What's wrong with that? Do you not like watching football, Mags? See, I love watching football, and that's why I'm watching Betis against Atletico Madrid tonight, mate. So don't take it personally if I'm watching Arsenal. It's no different. You know, I just like watching footy. And we've got a group of people here, the Premier League dad community, the greatest bunch of people ever, who all love watching footy. And they're watching this game right now, and it's not an Arsenal space, really. So, yeah, we're just talking footy, we're enjoying footy. We'll have a chat about whatever you want to have a chat about. We'll do our halftime quiz. I've got a cracking halftime quiz for you tonight. An absolutely belting one. Oxford says Key will... Oxford fans are sorry. Says Key, will Oxford beat Coventry on Saturday? The way Coventry are playing, probably, yeah. Sam, how's it going? Sam, lovely to see you. Tom says, I don't know why people hate watch Arsenal. We win ugly. Must be frustrating for opposition fans. It depends if you consider them hate watchers. I guess if they're hate watching to specifically watch Arsenal fail, then yeah, maybe. But it's not like that, for me at least, anyway. I watch football because I like watching football, and I'll watch anyone that's on. And I think there's enough receipts on the channel to prove that that's the case. We're watching Newcastle against Brentford on Saturday night. Newcastle-Brentford on Saturday night. There's no hate watch there. I just love watching footy. Do you remember Dzeko? Of course, Edin Dzeko. Fabulous Bosnian striker. Mag says, yeah, I do, but I don't obsess over other people's teams and get mad if someone else wins. I don't get mad. Again, pop into an occasional live. I'm one of the most laid-back people you'll meet. Oh, they've scored, Atleti! They've got it in! Front post. Is it Griezmann? Who's got the touch at the near post there? It's Hansko. It's David Hansko. It's 1-0 to Atleti. Front post. Great header. Great corner whipped in. And it might have took a deflection, this, but it's Betis 0, Atleti 1. First goal in the game. It's 1-0. This is an absolutely fantastic header at the near post. Gets right across the front of his man. Gets a little flick on. They're so difficult for keepers to save, these ones. And it might have just taken a deflection as well. Mark Bartra is having a word as well. Bartra is screaming at Diossa. Are they man-marking here? Oh, should the keeper do better, Adrian? Nah, it's probably a little bit harsh. It comes at him very late. There's two Atletico Madrid players unmarked at the front post. I can understand why Diossa's getting screamed at there, to be honest. Yeah, Bartra's having a go at Diossa. Diossa, I don't know if they're doing zonal. I don't know if they're doing man-to-man. If they're doing man-to-man, he's let a player run across him there. It's difficult to say, but Hansko's put him in front, and it's 1-0 to Atletico Madrid. Bosnia says, Dzeko now plays at Schalke. He does, yes. Does, and does very well as well. Tom says, Key, come on, every time Arsenal score, you call for offside or foul in the build-up. That's not every time. That's not true. I didn't call for offside on anything in the build-up in the Havertz goal the other day against Chelsea. There was no call for offside. There was no call for offside or a foul in the Gyökeres goal against Leeds. Like, there's loads. That's just a nonsense, mate. You know that's not true. You know that's not true. "29 says, Key, you know Alvarez got the same amount of goals as Gyökeres, and you give my striker a lot of grief." I mean, I don't think Alvarez is an incredible striker. He's a different type of striker to Gyökeres. Probably more suited to Arsenal in many ways. He's a little bit of a hybrid between Jesus and Havertz, isn't he? Gyökeres is neither of those two, and I always said it was going to be a bad signing. It's worked out to be exactly that. He's now third choice striker at Arsenal. So it's not about giving him grief. It's just wrong fit. Arsenal probably win the league, and he'll probably be the worst centre forward in a title winning side ever. Starting centre forward in a title winning side, Victor Gyökeres. You'll never live that down. It's mad to say, like I said, that Arsenal will win the league and there won't be a single attacker in the entire Premier League 11. At the end of the season, they won't have a single attacker in that 11. Blang says, get yourself to a Liverpool match or can't you get a ticket? I don't watch Liverpool games, mate. I don't go to them anymore. Don't watch Liverpool. Well, obviously, I watch Liverpool games, but I don't watch Liverpool live. Stopped going to Liverpool games 2 years ago. Will not be going back. No desire to go back. I've been very lucky. I've travelled all over the world watching Liverpool. No desire to go back. So I won't be going watching Liverpool anytime at all. Blank, who cares if they win the league? Well, no, and yeah, I agree. I've said that too. Arsenal won't care. What are we saying? Tom says, who cares? Every player's getting 4 or 5 goals coming from everywhere. So what's the problem? There's no problem. Yeah, there's no problem. There's no problem. Unless you have any ambition to be considered a top team, like remembered as one of the best ever. Oh, Lookman, it should be 2-0 Atleti. Score! No, Lookman. Lookman on his debut really should have scored there. Could have absolutely killed the game off. He was one-on-one with Adrian and he scuffed it and dragged his shot wide. Great little pass. And he's onside. There's no problem with it. It's a great run. He's ran in behind off the back of Bartra and left-footed, dragged it miles wide. Oh, it's really poor, that. That's really poor. Bosnia football, I'm a Fiorentina fan. Fiorentina's my Italian side as well, mate. I quite like Fiorentina. Purely because of Batistuta, to be honest. I wouldn't say I follow him, but, you know, if I was forced to pick an Italian side, it would probably be Fiorentina. Beat yourself, Dylan. Will United come back next season? Will United come back next season? It depends what they do in the summer. I guess it depends. Sam says, what a shot for Atalanta, but missed. How did they miss it? Well, Strasbourg are 1-0 up against Monaco, by the way. Dills, if you could pick one current Arsenal player to play for Liverpool, who would it be? Rice. Yeah. We're short in midfield. We're massively short in midfield with McAllister playing like a pub player all season, so it'd be Declan Rice. Oh no, FM no casuals. If you're in the live still, mate, it's Anderlecht 0, Antwerp 1. Anderlecht are going out the Belgian Cup here. Oh, it's a great pass, and Lookman's in again. He's in again. He's got pace to burn. He's got to go for it this time. Chance. Good block. Good block. And it's a corner to Atleti now. Good defending from Gomez there. Better. Much better. Oxford fans, sorry Key, I've got to go now. See you tomorrow night. Hey, no worries, mate. You come in and go as you need to. Lovely to see you as always, fella. See you soon. Robson says United haven't even got a manager yet, so be who they bring in. I mean, Carrick's going to stay, isn't he? You know he's going to stay. I think as long as United finish in the top 6, which I think they will, they probably, I say finish in the top 6, they'll finish 6th. If United finish 6th, I think they give Carrick the job. Yeah, I think Carrick gets the job. And that would be the worst thing that could happen to United, because it'll be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer all over again. Atleti headed away. Good defending from Betis. They needed to do that much, much better from the last set piece. At least we've had a goal in this one. I think we've had a fast start and we've had a goal and we've had chances. Maybe shows that it was the right pick to go with Betis against Atleti over Atalanta Juventus after all. Egyptonica says, did you see Donnarumma played at right wing today in a charity match? I haven't, no. I'm surprised City would let him do that, to be honest. Blank, Isak's worst striker and purchase this season. Forget injury, Ekatiki's better. No, he's not. No, he's not, mate. If Isak's fit, he starts. But I think they probably both start. I think the system that Slot wants is that both start. Oh, it's a great ball. Again, Lookman using his pace. This is better. This is kind of what Atleti need a little bit more of. It feels like they've lost that sort of raw pace and penetration in the wide areas. They've not got enough of that. A lot of technical players, really good on the ball, but just not... There's not really enough, like, drive and penetration and dropping a shoulder, beating a man. There's not enough of that. Betis have got that by the bagful with Ezel, Zuli and Anthony, but they haven't maybe got the defensive, rigidity and resilience at the back without Cardozo in there anymore. An open goal missed for Juventus in the Atalanta game. 29 says Sunderland away for Liverpool next week. Don't see you lot getting anything there. I don't know. I think Sunderland have been pretty poor recently, mate. I don't think they were great against Burnley. We watched them against Burnley Monday night. Thought they were pretty poor. They were awful against West Ham. You guys will wipe the floor with them at the Emirates. We're doing that game on Saturday at 3 o'clock. I imagine Arsenal will wipe the floor with Sunderland. Absolutely wipe the floor with them. Liam, hi Key, you doing Leeds v Forest tomorrow night? I am indeed, mate, yes. And Egyptonica says in the charity match, Diallo, Ngamoa and Dye and Donnarumma played. Not sure if FOTMob was high when showing the lineups, but that's what I saw. An Adidas charity match. Joe Hyatt, do you rate Arsenal at all? Yes. I feel like I answer that question every single live. Every single live. Do you rate Arsenal? Yes, they're the best team in the world. but I just feel like I get that question all the time. And then, why do you hate on him so much? I don't hate on him. Ryan, do you think Simeone would be a good manager to take over Man City, Key? No. No, not at all. They need someone a bit more... He's not the type of personality that would thrive at City. And I think he wouldn't even necessarily... I don't think he'd thrive in the Premier League at all, actually. I think when Simeone finishes at Atleti, he's far more likely to go and, kind of maybe end up back in the Argentinian Primera and go and manage, like, I don't know, a Boca or a River Plate or a Newell's Old Boys or someone like that, or a Vélez Sarsfield. He'll go back to Argentina and probably just, yeah. I mean, look at what Bielsa's doing now. Look at what, Gallardo's doing out there. And there's a lot of players, ex-players, good managers, doing that sort of thing now. And Herrera's still over in the Premier League as well. Blang says Ekatike is a good squad player. Isak will be a problem for Liverpool, just like Newcastle. He wasn't a problem for Newcastle. He was their best player. He won him a cup. The first trophy in 70 years. I wouldn't call that a problem. He's incredible. Egyptonica says, who do you think Arsenal's worst player is that normally starts? Fucking hell. Do we not make this about an Arsenal stream? Sorry, mate, but can we please not make it all Arsenal? It'd be lovely if we didn't. Because then again, I try not to. I just respond to the chat. But then, why is he always talking about Arsenal? But yeah, the worst player that normally starts, I don't know, maybe Calafiori or Hincapié, anyone at left back, basically. Fuhad is Cesc Fabregas a good fit for City? Fabregas is certainly more so. I think apparently that is the 3-man shortlist for Pep Guardiola. When Guardiola finishes, it's Enzo Maresca, Xabi Alonso, and Cesc Fabregas. They are the 3 that they're looking at, and that feels appropriate, doesn't it? Enzo Maresca's worked with Pep. He knows the makeup at City. He knows the sort of the chain of command, I guess, and he knows how they work there, so he would probably fit in quite seamlessly. Cesc Fabregas, very good manager, young manager, same with Xabi Alonso. I feel like Xabi Alonso's earned this. Oh, fucking hell, he's not done it again, has he? Lookman's just skied another chance. He should be minimum 3-0 here at Atleti. They've missed 2 absolute sitters now. 2 absolute sitters. Liam says Leicester have declined massively from Premier League winners to now they might be relegated from the Championship. 6-point deduction. Yeah, 6-point deduction for Leicester, which leaves them, by the way. Let's have a look. Where does that actually leave them in the Championship now? Because got to leave them teetering very, very close to... Have they actually had it deducted yet? 32 points. I don't know if that puts them on 26. I think it will, won't it? They'll go 23rd. They'll go second from bottom. They've got some work to do to stay up now, Leicester. Joe says, Key pal, I caught you at half-time talking about potential replacements for Howe. Please calm down. He's working with what he's got. Injuries are ramping up and a heavy schedule. Hang on a minute. No. You didn't catch me. You didn't catch me talking about Eddie Howe replacements. It wasn't me who pushed that. It was more, there was other people coming in and saying, Eddie Howe's under pressure. Eddie Howe might leave or he might be sacked or whatever. Like, this is not good enough. This is unacceptable. 3-0 down against City after 2-0 down in the home leg. Like, it was really poor at half-time. So, again, I'm not pushing a narrative. I'm just responding to what people are saying. I don't think Eddie Howe should be sacked, by the way, for what it's worth. For what my opinion is worth, I do not think Eddie Howe should be sacked. I think it would be better the devil you know. They're in again, Betis. Should finish it. How have you not finished it? What are you doing? Oh, my God, it should be 1-1. Oh, they were 1-on-1 with the keeper. You've got to put that away. Oh, Ezalzouli now into the penalty area. Does well. Wins a corner. Penalty to Atalanta. Penalty to Atalanta in the other game. This is an incredible start to the game. Chaimi Avia has wasted a huge chance there. Fornal's got into the penalty area. And Avia, what are you doing? Oh, absolute shocker. Shocker of his decision there. Connor, all your clips on Twitter are about Arsenal. I don't post any of them. I don't post any of them, Connor. Joe, do you reckon Liverpool will stick with Slot? We have to. We have to. There's no better manager for us than Arne Slot. I don't want him to go. Key, do you think Liverpool have a chance to win the Champions League? Yeah, we have as good a chance as anyone. We've beaten Barcelona. We've beaten Inter Milan. We beat PSG last year. We can do it. We can absolutely do it. Whether we will is another matter altogether. I don't necessarily think you have to be the best team in Europe to win the Champions League. It happens quite frequently where a team just turns up in the big games and produces performances and, yeah, a little bit of luck. Sometimes that can win it for you as well. You know, Chelsea won it when they were certainly nowhere near the best team in Europe. Liverpool in 2005, we were nowhere near the best team in Europe. I don't think Real Madrid deserved to beat us. I think we were the best team in Europe when Madrid beat us in Paris. We were on for a quadruple that year. We were literally 2 minutes away from winning the Premier League when Gundogan scored a late winner against Villa. We'd already won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. And we had the Champions League final to go to. We were literally, 100 minutes away from a potential quadruple. And if not for Courtois, Betis, this is brilliant. Oh, it's brilliant. Edge of the box, strike. Oh, just wide. This is a cracking game. 30 minutes in. This has been incredible. Diossa puts it just wide. Unlucky. Really unlucky. Simon, do you think the United fan with the long hair will get his hair cut soon? I mean, logic tells you it'll happen at some point, but I don't think it happens this season. They've only got Premier League fixtures, and I don't think there's a run of 5 fixtures that United win. I don't think they definitely don't beat Spurs, and I don't think they beat, is it West Ham? Is it West Ham and Spurs, the 2 games that they've got to come? They don't beat both of them. Not a chance. Joe, do you think Slot will be kept on next season if he finishes trophyless? Next season? Will he be kept on, at the end of next season? Probably not at the end of next season, no. Do you mean, will he be kept on next season if he doesn't win anything this year? Yeah, of course. I don't think he needed to. He definitely didn't need to win anything this year. Atleti, big chance. Oh, it's 2. And it's there. And is it Griezmann? Is it Griezmann who scored it? No, it's Simeone. It's 2-0. It's Betis 0, Atletico Madrid 2. It was great play down the left-hand side. Ball gets pulled back, and Simeone finds himself basically around the edge of the 6-yard box with a tap-in, and Pellegrini is looking despondent. Absolutely despondent. Betis could have been level just a few minutes ago, and now they're 2-0 down. They've fallen apart here. They need to step this up, Betis. Robson Cruz, do you use VPN to watch overseas sports? It's on ITV4, this, mate. Standard. Simple. ITV4. Or you could watch the Coppa Italia tonight on Premier Sports. You can get it through Amazon. It's easy. Yeah, you don't need anything particularly sophisticated to watch overseas sports. Egyptonica says they don't beat Spurs. Spurs are a relegation side as of right now, and United beat the two strongest teams in the league. They'll wipe the floor with those Spursy bottle jobs. No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think City or Arsenal played well in those games, to be honest. So no, I don't think United didn't play the two form teams in the league. They might have played the two top teams over the course of the season, but they certainly weren't the two form teams. Arsenal were pretty terrible against us and Forest going into that United game. They had massive criticism from their own fans. Get up. It's all kicking off here. It's kicking off. It's kicking off. Anthony is screaming at Koke here. Someone's gone down off the ball for Atletico. Who is it who's gone down? Is it Sol? Who is it who's gone down? Simon, what do you record your TikTok stream on? Do you have 3 phones? I do, yes. I do have 3 phones. This is a phone right there, and then I've got this one, which is just an old phone, and then I have my actual phone. Joe, United played okay, but they won 3-2 against Arsenal and had 3 shots on target, just clinical. Yeah, they were really... I thought United played well against Arsenal, but I don't think that means that Arsenal didn't play well. Arsenal didn't play well that game. And they were terrible against Forest. They were terrible against Liverpool. They should have put us to bed, to be honest. We were awful going into that game. I thought we played actually very well. That was one of our better performances away at Arsenal. We probably should have won. If Conor Bradley, if his shot goes half an inch lower, we're 1-0, we probably win that game. But we were massively stretched, loads of injuries all over the place. They should have beat us that night. But again, they've got that mental block, Arsenal, at the minute, haven't they? They just can't get past beating rivals, beating teams that maybe they've competed for in the title race. They've yet to beat City. They've yet to beat us. They got beat at Villa Park as well. Graham says Alex Baena should have been booked for that. He should have been, yeah. It was a bit of a dive. Well, more than a bit of a dive. Lisha says, genuinely, what do we get the 3 points Saturday? What do we get the 3 points Saturday? What do we get? I don't know what that means, mate. Simon says United are a big game team. They probably will lose to Wolves at some point this year. Well, they drew with Wolves, didn't they? Drew with Wolves at Old Trafford. This is why, and to be honest, they should have drew with Fulham. This is why United won't end up finishing in the top 4. I don't believe they finish in the top 4. They're just far too wildly unpredictable. They'll have moments where they'll maybe play well. It wouldn't actually surprise me at all if United beat us at Old Trafford, but then drop points in 4, 5, 6 other games. It's entirely possible. On a Permo, good evening. Sorry I'm late to the party tonight. No worries, mate. La Pulga, lovely to see you. I'm a sofa, good to see you. Dartmoor, every time I see this bell, he's talking about United. It's funny, because literally there's people in the chat saying the exact same thing about Arsenal. Both can't be true. Oh, far post unlucky. Is it going to be another corner? Mike Bulbeck, are you hoping Liverpool lose to City, I bet? No. No, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan. I want Liverpool to win always. Always. Joe says City, Arsenal, Villa, Liverpool, top 4. I think Chelsea get in there, mate. I think the top 5 probably get Champions League footy this year. It's not guaranteed, of course. It's only the top 4 at the minute, but given England's coefficient, we probably do get a 5th Champions League spot, which I think probably opens it up to Chelsea. I think if I had to pick right now, Chelsea or United to finish in the top 5, it'll be Chelsea. I'd rather United, if I'm really dead honest, and I hate United, I hate Chelsea, I would much rather United actually get top 4, top 5 than Chelsea. But yeah, I think Chelsea probably will. Strike. Oh, unlucky. Oh, that's a fabulous attempt from Anthony. He's different class, him. I'm telling you, United... he was really poor in the Premier League at times, but I just think he was at that... United were at that stage where it doesn't matter who you bring in. Everyone went to United and they looked terrible. He's a player, him. He's a fabulous player, Anthony. I'm telling you, there's a time where he could come back to the Premier League and be incredible. He is such a good player. Joe says, yeah, fair. I see where you're coming from, mate. I just think Chelsea, they've got a little bit more in the locker going forward than United do. Defensively, they're both a bit suspect, to be honest. Ball played back to Musso under big pressure here. Ooh, unlucky. Just about got it away. Ashley says, Anthony is shit in a shit league. Well, he's not shit in a shit league. He's been incredible for Betis since he's gone there. So, yeah. Tell me you don't watch football outside of the Premier League without telling me. Tom says Chelsea are in an injury crisis at the minute. They are. But again, it would only maybe take 1 or 2 injuries for United to be in one. There's a couple of players that United just can't really be without. You know, Dorgu's out for 2.5 months. Oh, big chance here for Lookman. Cuts inside. Should be. Oh, is he going to do it? What are you doing? Oh, he's done it finally. He scored on his debut. He made hard work of it. But finally, Ademola Lookman, Jesus Christ, he has missed 2 sitters tonight. But 35 minutes in, Betis 0, Atletico Madrid 3. He's finally got his debut goal, which he probably has deserved. He's been in some big positions tonight. Should have already scored at least 1 and put the game beyond doubt. Now it's 3-0 and Pellegrini really does look, I was going to say pensive, but pensive is not the word. He looks very flat. Very flat. Griezmann, that was absolutely sensational from Griezmann in the build-up there. The ball gets played over to Lookman, cuts inside, lovely little touch. You think he's run out of room, you think he's overcomplicated it. Betis getting players back, he's almost crowded out, and he somehow squeezes a shot. Does it get a deflection? I don't know if it does, I don't think it does, but it's into the far corner. Kind of wrong foots Adrian a little bit. It's a really good goal, that, really good finish. Fabulous finish from Ademola Lookman, and it's 3-0. Good game. A better game than 3-0 suggests. Betis have had chances, and they're going to go for it. I don't think this isn't over yet. This is not over. Atletico played really well, but I still think Betis can get something. Timbo, hot take, Villa are going to finish 6th behind all of Chelsea, United and Liverpool. That is not that hot of a take. No, I agree. We've talked about this before, haven't we, Timbo? I agree. I think Villa probably could fall away and United could sneak in the top 5. Villa, for me, are probably more likely to qualify for the Champions League by virtue of winning the Europa League than actually qualifying via the league. They looked dreadful against Everton. They were pretty poor against 10-men Brentford as well. Their home form is a little bit sketchy. Losing John McGinn for such a long period of time is a big blow as well. They're a good side, Villa, but I don't know. I think they might end up focusing more on Europe as the league goes on. Good chance here down the right for Anthony. He's got Chimey in the middle. Pull back. There's going to be a claim for the penalty at some point in this. I'm telling you, he's going to go down. Nah, gets it away. Timbo, are Villa the best team in the Europa League? Can't think of any better off the top of my head. Yeah. There's not really any other. There's a couple others. Betis are probably one. Betis are probably one of the main ones that would compete with Villa. Not too many others. that stand out. Roma, maybe. Yeah. Betis, Roma, Stuttgart. They might, maybe, possibly. But I would say Betis. I'd say Betis and Roma and Villa would be the top three. And then in the same with the Conference League, to be honest. Palace. Let's have it right. Palace should probably win the Conference League. There's not a team in the Conference League that should be competing with Palace. Fiorentina at a push. And Fiorentina are borderline relegation in Serie A this season. They've been awful. Killian Maggi said Roma gone to the dogs. They've not been fantastic under Gasperini recently. But I'd still say they'll be enough to compete with Villa, I would say, over the course of the competition. Onapermo says it can take creative players a wee bit of extra time to adjust to the Premier League when they come for big money, and they aren't afforded time to adjust from the fans and from the media. Exactly. No, I absolutely agree with that, Onapermo. There's always that pressure from fans to... It's people more and more, it's impatience, isn't it? Guillem Balaguer talked about this the other day, about lack of patience with fans and just a general... It's almost like a lot of fans want to make bad faith judgments on players and managers because it suits their narrative, it suits their agenda to do so, and it's become too much about toxicity and clicks and clickbait and all that sort of stuff. It's there's not a lot of balance anymore. It's sad. Like Wirtz is a prime example. How many people went on the 007 thing? He's the worst signing in Premier. The guy's been on fire. He's probably wins Premier League Player of the Month for January. Like, you'd have taken that as a Liverpool fan. He's going to come in. He's 21. 21. He's a young player. He'll come in. He'll take a few months to settle. He'll win Player of the Month in January. He must be doing something right. He's been our best player the last 2 or 3 months, and that's quite common for foreign players coming into the Premier League. It's quite common for managers, to be honest. But there's just no intent at all for patience. There's no patience in football anymore. It's sad. Or in life, to be honest. Graham says Shell was born a red in Anfield. Clarky says, wise up Patrick Dorgu has. Patrick Dorgu hasn't. Dorgu wasn't great when he first came in either. Simon says, hey Key, what's the score and how many minutes played? It's Betis 0, Atletico Madrid 3, and it's 43 minutes on the clock. Oh, for God's sake, I've got to do this capture thing now. There you go, that should work. There you go, I'm back. Listen, let me ask the question again, right? So you might have seen this question posted if you follow me on Instagram. You might have seen this question posted. I asked it earlier of Arsenal fans, and there's been, a relatively strong response one way, right? So if you're an Arsenal fan watching this and you had the choice, let's say I was a genie, right? And I could wave a magic wand and I could absolutely guarantee that Arsenal would win the Premier League and win the Carabao Cup at the end of this season, guaranteed. But the caveat is Spurs win the Champions League. Right? That's your option. Option one is you win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, but Spurs win the Champions League, or you both win nothing. Which would you prefer as an Arsenal fan? And the overwhelming response from Arsenal fans is actually the latter. We don't want to win any. We'd rather win nothing. We can't have Spurs winning the Champions League before us. We'll never hear the end of it. Never, ever hear the end of it. Harry Rhodes says, what our club does should always mean more. I agree. And that is the answer that I would pick if it was, say, Liverpool and Man United. Or even Liverpool and Everton. And it would hurt me seeing Everton win a Champions League. But the overwhelming response from Arsenal fans, like you say, you've said it yourself, Arsenal fans want no trophies in that particular circumstance. So almost, if Arsenal win the Carabao Cup in March, and then let's say they nail the Premier League, they've got it wrapped up by April, they might well do. If Spurs go on to win the Champions League, it kind of taints their entire season. Sarah, do a poll key. I'll do a poll on YouTube, but I've done a poll on Instagram, and it's specifically aimed at Arsenal fans. It's kind of directed directly at Arsenal fans, but I'll do a poll on the live as well here. Go on, let's do it. And I'll tell you what, we'll do it from a particular standpoint. Let's not do it less necessarily Arsenal and Spurs. Whoever you support, right? Whoever you support, let's do it as if you could win the Premier League and Carabao Cup, but your rival wins the Champions League. Right, there you go. I've asked the poll. Go on. I've done a poll on YouTube if you want to check it out. So, your team wins the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, but your rival wins the Champions League. Which do you want? Right? Is it, yes, I'd rather Arsenal win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, but Spurs win the Champions League? Or neither of us win anything? Which would it be? Aaron says Spurs get knocked out next round, though, in reality. Well, I mean, you say that, but Spurs have got to a Champions League final. They've got to a Champions League final more recently than Arsenal have, and they won the Europa League last season. They're certainly not a side that can't navigate knockout rounds, can they? They're in the top 8. They're doing okay. Like, let's not pretend it's not a possibility. I agree it's maybe a little bit unlikely, but, you know, if again, that's why it's a hypothetical. I agree with you. It might well be that Arsenal win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, and Spurs don't win the Champions League. That's certainly the more likely outcome. But that's why it's fun. It's a game. It's a poll. We're asking the question, and it seems to be that Arsenal prefer neither team win any then. Neither team win any. We can't have Spurs win the Champions League. We can't have it. We can't have it. Blank says Spurs winning the Champions League. This just made me laugh. Again, they've won a European trophy. They've won some and Arsenal haven't. Got to a final more recently than Arsenal. Lemodis says, my dad's a City fan. I support Liverpool because my great-grandfather played for them. Wow, look at that. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I've just seen Sarah's comment. Right, it's half-time. Betis 0, Atletico Madrid 3. I still don't think, bizarrely, this is over. I think Betis have got more in the locker, and I'm sure Pellegrini will be firing up and sending them out in the second half with a little bit more energy, a little bit more gumption. Len Ezra, 1000%. It'll be a trophyless for me, but hey, all this doesn't matter. We'll win the quadruple. Oh. Jamie, I'll take the league at United and Liverpool win the Carabao. Perfectly fine with that. Yeah, you don't get to reframe the question. Joe Hyatt, do you like the darts? Not really, mate. No, I'm not really a massive fan of the darts. Right, halftime quiz. Normally, as you know, we do not normally. Every game we do a halftime quiz, right? I watch games of football with you every single day on this channel. That's what we do. And, you know, despite what Arsenal fans say, oh, all you do is watch Arsenal. No, we watch Bristol City and Derby County last Friday. We're watching Leeds Nottingham Forest tomorrow. We're watching Atletico Madrid and Betis right now. We're going to be watching Valencia Real Madrid in La Liga on Sunday night. We're doing 3 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday, all live, and we'll be chatting footy, all different types of footy with all different fans in the chat. Whatever you want to do, if you like these watch-alongs, make sure you hit like and subscribe. But we do a quiz at half-time in every game. That's the Premier League dad routine anyway. And normally we do football-related quizzes. We've had some good quiz questions, football-related, in the last few weeks. But tonight, I've gone a little bit off topic. So Welshwing came in yesterday with a fantastic quiz, which was name the top 10 crisp flavours sold in the UK last year. And there was some fantastically rogue answers, which I didn't expect to hear. So, the top 10 crisp flavours sold in the UK last year. That was a quiz brought to us by Welshwing, one of our regulars. He's an Arsenal fan who watches us pretty much every night. And then tonight, I've gone with a similar theme. So, tell me, if you can, the top 22, bit of an odd number, the top 22 chocolate brands sold in the UK last year. The top 20... Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. No, that is right. Yeah. The top 22 chocolate brands sold in the UK last year. We're not doing the crisps, not anymore. We've done the crisps last night. We want chocolate brands sold in the UK last year. Mackenzie, Cadbury. Cadbury is Cadbury Dairy Milk. Yeah, Cadbury's Dairy Milk is number 1, unsurprisingly. You're right. Galaxy is, again, unsurprisingly, number 2. Tony's is number 18. Choco Lonely. Tony's Choco Lonely is number 18. Yam says Mars Bar. Mars Bar is number 12. Get your answers in the chat. Milky Bar, says Aaron. That's number 15. Whisper's a lot higher than I thought. Whisper. is number 9. Maltesers are 4th. Galaxy we've got. Cadbury's Dairy Milk we've got. Snickers is 6th. Boost. Where's Boost? Boost isn't even in the list. Boost, bit of a rogue shout, but no Boost. Oreo, again, not in the list. I guess it's considered a biscuit, Oreo, or an ice cream. But yeah, Oreo is not in the top 22 in terms of sold. Blang says Kit Kat. Kit Kat is 3rd, so you've now got the top 4. Dairy Milk is 1st, Galaxy 2nd, Kit Kat 3rd, Maltesers is 4th. You've still not got number 5. Number 6 was Snickers. Number 9 is Whisper. Number 12 is Mars. Number 15, Milky Bar. Number 18 is Tony's Choco Lonely. Curly Whirly isn't in the list. I don't know if that's maybe lumped in with Cadbury's because it's Dairy Milk and I guess Freddo and all them are lumped in at the top with Cadbury's. Smarties isn't in the list. Again, Smarties is a bit of an old school one. That feels like maybe that I don't see Smarties on the shelves an awful lot anymore. Not Counters, not Galaxy Caramel. Euro is correct. Euro is number 5. Yeah, Euro is number 5. Not Revels. Not Penguin. Don't know if that was an insult or a guess there. M&M's. Yes, M&M's are 10th. Milky Way. Milky Way is not right. No, Milky Way is not in the top 22. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You've got 11 out of 22, so you're only 50%. There's still another 50% to go here. Simon, do you eat Phaser or Marabou in the UK? No, we've not. I don't think they've made it over here just yet. Lindt. Lindt is correct. Yes, Lindt is 11th. Lindt is 11th. Rolos is not in the list. Starbar, no. Ferrero Rocher, correct. Ferrero Rocher is 7th. So you've now got the top 12 except for 8th. You've not got 8th, but you've got the top 12. You've not got 8, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21 or 22? Connor Payne, what's the question? The question is the top 22 chocolate brands sold in the UK last year. Yorkie is number 19. Fantastic. Twix is number 8. Correct. Crunchy. Crunchy. Where's Crunchy? Crunchy. No. Crunchy's not in there. Crunchy's not. I'm getting maybe Crunchy's included in Cadbury's at the top. Cadbury's is like by far and away at the top. So I'm guessing Crunchy's, Freddo's, that sort of thing. Galaxy's number 2, so it would be Galaxy Minstrels, Galaxy Counters. There's variations of those, isn't there? But Galaxy is the brand. Cadbury's is the brand. Yorkie we've got. Yep, Yorkie we've got. Not double decker. Kinder. There you go. Kinder, Dylan. Yep, Kinder is correct. So you've now got the top 13. Aaron, Green and Blacks. Yep, Green and Blacks is number 20. Green and Blacks is correct. Number 20. Double Decker Flake, no. Caramac, no. There's one, which is something you see a lot in airports. You always see them in airports. M&M's we've got. Maltesers we've already got. Terry's Chocolate Orange is not a bad shout, but it isn't in the list. It isn't in the top 22. Twirl, good shout, but not in the list. Crunchy, no. Thornton's. Thornton's is 21, yes. Thornton's is a good shout. Toblerone is number 14, Ibra, yes. So you've got 3 left to get. One of them is more of an international brand, I'll say that. More common in America than it is in the UK. Another one is more of a European chocolate brand. And then another one is like a proper legendary, age-old UK chocolate brand that, as far as I'm aware, been around since long before I was born. Not Munchies, not Drifter. Lindt we've already got. Turkish Delight is a good shout, but it's not Turkish Delight. Freddo would be in the Cadbury's Dairy Milk section, because Freddos are basically dairy milks, aren't they? Toffee Crisp, no, good shout though. Biscoff is, I like the thinking. Biscoff is like an international brand, but it's not that one. It's not an American. It is an American brand that I'm trying to give you a clue with, but it's not Biscoff. How about hot chocolate? Lion Bar. There you go. Lion Bar. Number 16. Well guessed, Shell. Not Time Out. Not Turkish Delight. Not Oreos. No. Hershey. There you go. Hershey is the US chocolate brand. They are number 22. And the last one is a European chocolate brand. You see it on the shelves a lot when you go on holiday. Like when you're in Spain. If you go to Spain, you'll see this. 100% you'll see this in Spain. You've only got one left to get, and then I'll go through the list again. Milka. There you go, Aaron. Milka is the last one. So the top 22 chocolate brands sold in the UK last year were number 22, Hershey's. Number 21, Thornton's Chocolate. Number 20 was Green and Blacks. Number 19 was Yorkie. Number 18, Tony's Choco Lonely. Number 17 is Milka. Number 16, Lion Bar. Number 15, Milky Bar. Number 14, Toblerone. 13, Kinder. That would be Buenos, Kinder Eggs, Kinder Chocolate, any sort. 12, Mars Bars. 11th is Lindt. Number 10, M&M's. 9, Whisper. 8, Twix. 7, Ferrero Rocher. 6, Snickers. 5, Euro. 4, Maltesers. 3, Kit Kat. 2, Galaxy. And 1, Dairy Milk. There you go. So there you go. Another quiz tomorrow for Nottingham Forest away at Leeds. We're doing Leeds, Nottingham Forest tomorrow night, so we'll have more of these quizzes, If you enjoyed that sort of thing, make sure you've liked and followed. We're live tomorrow night, as always. We're live every night. Every single night. 512 games we did last year. in 2025. And we only saw 12 0-0s in that time. So generally we pick quite good games, always with goals in anyway. Lee Wagstaff, you're talking chocolate because the Scousers are melting. Shell says you've made me hungry now. Apologies. What's your favourite key? My favourite chocolate bar. Again, probably pretty boring. I'd go with... Do you know what? I don't like a lot of them. I don't like Hershey's. I don't like Yorkies. I've never tried Choco Lonely. I like Milka. Milka's nice on holiday, but I've only ever had it on holiday. Never had a Lion Bar. Never had a Toblerone. Kinder Bars and Kinder Eggs and stuff. That, like, my little girl has them, so they're just kids' chocolate in it. I would never get a Kinder Egg, but yeah, they're all right. I've never had a Mars bar, believe it or not. I don't mind a Mars chocolate, like, ice cream. I've had a Mars ice cream, which I guess is the same as a Mars bar, but I've never had, no one's ever given me, here's a Mars bar. I've never had one. I've only ever had Mars ice creams. Never had M&M's. Whispers are alright. I've never had a Twix. Never had Ferrero Rocher. Never had Snickers. Euro, I've only ever had the chocolate one. Don't like mint. Don't like mint anything, to be honest. Maltese is okay. Never had a Kit Kat. I'd probably say Galaxy. Don't mind Dirty Milk, but I'd say Galaxy. United Forever says, Key, have you seen McDonald's are now doing a Milky Bar, McFlurry and Munchies? I haven't. No, I've not seen it. 3-star says, no cream eggs, Key. That does surprise me. They never made the list. I think cream eggs are just seasonal, though, aren't they? That's the problem. I think if we just said in the first, 4 months of the year, I don't know if a cream egg's even sold in the UK after, June. Maybe after May. You get loads that are still in stock in May. And then after June, it's no one wants it. No one's eating cream eggs. They massively smash them over Easter, and then, so March, April, May, they probably dominate sales. They're probably the most sold chocolate in the UK, and then after that, no one's having them. Eric, nice. For my ladder challenge today, 8 or more corners and Atletico 5 corners. It doesn't... Ooh, 8 or more corners. How many have we had so far? The stats are over here. Eric, you can see the stats on the live watch-along just over here. But I don't know how many corners there've been in this one so far. My guess would be not that many. They're nearly coming out for the second half here now. Let's have a look and see how many corners we've had. You need Atletico to have 5. They've had 4, but no, Betis haven't had 1. So you need 8. You basically need Atletico to have 1 more corner. And then 3. Yeah, it's probably not a bad shout. Yeah, I think 4 more corners in the game and Atleti to have at least 1 is probably a reasonable shout. As long as it doesn't taper off and become a bit of a dull and dreary. If Betis come out now, like Newcastle did last night against City. Because if you remember last night in the City game, Newcastle were down 3-0 in that game at half-time, and they came out and they had 2 or 3 chances straight away. They could have got back into it. They should have got back into it. Betis could do the same here. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Betis did the same. So yeah, there's every chance you will. I hope you do, mate. I'm rooting for you. Connor says, I used to have a Galaxy Cookie Crumble and Boost doing my paper rounds when I was 13. One Duraless says, quite a few of them are horrible. I only like Star Bars, Key. You should try one. I don't even know what a Star Bar is. Simon says, Key, why did you start supporting Liverpool? Is it in the family or geographically? Well, I guess both, really. My dad's been supporting Liverpool since 1972. He's been to pretty much every... He went to pretty much every home game up until... he got married and had kids and whatever. So a good sort of 20 years of his life, he was going to Liverpool games home and away. So, yeah, my dad... I was always going to follow the team that my dad supported. But... yeah, we've got Blues in the family, we've got Everton fans, we've got a couple of United fans in the family. But I was born in St Helens, and St Helens is 20 minutes away from Anfield. So, geographically, I guess I'm about equidistant between Anfield and Goodison. I could have gone either way. I could have been a Blue. I could have been a Liverpool fan. But they are the two closest. I mean, I guess even Prenton Park. Tranmere is probably not a million miles away either. But my dad was a Liverpool fan, so I was always going to be a Liverpool fan. Ryan says, do they still do Milker in shops? Well, I guess it depends which shop you go in, but yeah, certainly the ones where I am, they do Milker. But I only really see them I don't think I've only ever had them on holiday. Because that's usually the chocolate they have when you go to Spain and stuff. Or Greece or wherever. They sell it everywhere in Europe, don't they? Right, we're off for the second half, and Betis taking the game to Atletico Madrid already. Need an early goal here, really, Betis. They need to come out the traps very, very quickly. Get out the traps early and potentially bit of an upset on the cards if they can turn it round here. I mean, Simeone would lose his head if Betis scored early. You could see the panic. If they score early, next 5-10 minutes, they'll panic these. They'll panic, I'm telling you. Big Dunk, I live Spain and they sell Milka everywhere. You live in Spain, do you, mate? I didn't know you were in Spain. Look at you. Yeah, I didn't know you lived in Spain, Big Dunk. I'm way too crazy. Who's winning the Madrid game? Betis 0, Atletico Madrid 3. Connor Payne says they do Milka a lot in B&M. Other stores are available. Oh, Betis. Chance should be. Oh, unlucky. Claim for the penalty. Oh, he just got it stuck under his feet there, Ezalzuli. Nearly 3-1. And again, 48 minutes in, Betis straight back onto the attack. They've not given this game up yet. They've not given this tie up yet. They've not given the Copa del Rey up yet. I think if Pellegrini's got... It's easy, isn't it? If you're a manager and your team's 3-0 down at half-time, you've almost got a dead easy team talk. Surely it's just a case of... Do you know... Oh, no. Is it Griezmann? Who's down here? Is it Griezmann? Is it Llorente? Who's gone down? He's defo done his hamstring here. Might actually be Bayena. Yeah, change needed for Atletico Madrid here. Change needed. Sarah, so which one was the most favourite chocolate bar? Dairy Milk, Sarah. Yeah. Connor says, Key, what's your favourite British meal to have? I.e. cottage pie, English breakfast, pies, etc. Not a lover of pies. Again, believe it or not. Yeah, not a lover of pies. Just give you bad indigestion. Again, English breakfast I can take or leave. Don't like bacon. Favourite British meal to have? Probably just like stews and stuff. Just like a bowl of scouse. Just scouse basically. Just meat. Just water, meat, veg in a bowl. Few spices, chicken stock or beef stock or whatever it is you've got. Bung it in. Boil it up. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Bowl of scouse. Connor says, Key. Oh, we've done that one, sorry. Betis now coming down the left-hand side. Bad bid, but you're not Scouse. I'm not Scouse. Scouse is a meal, mate, in this part of the world. A bowl of Scouse, or lob Scouse, or lobbies, it's sometimes called, depending on wherever you're from. But yeah, Scouse is a thing. It's very nice as well. Mackenzie, thanks Key, now £10 down. Why have you been and bought some loads of chocolate? Because the chocolate quiz made me want some. I'm sorry, man. Clarky, I thought you love hot dogs. Nah, not a fan. Full of crap, innit? Malcolm, how's it going? Good to see you, lad. And Sarah, isn't that Norwegian? Scouse? I guess there's probably... I don't know. I mean, I would imagine there's some sort of a Scandinavian influence, maybe. The docks, obviously, is... It's a very cheap dish to make. So maybe. I don't know. Connor, cheers for the super chat, mate. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thanks you so much for supporting the channel. Like up the stream. Cheers, buddy. Top guy, Connor. What do we think to tomorrow, by the way? Let's focus on... I mean, look, obviously, we're still watching Betis and Atletico Madrid. We're keeping an eye out for Strasbourg and Monaco, as well as the game that's going on in Bergamo, Atalanta against Juventus. But what I would say is... What do we think tomorrow to what is an obvious 6-pointer at Ellen Road? Leeds against Nottingham Forest. Big opportunity for one of those sides to kind of pull away and put a little bit of distance between themselves and West Ham. Currently, Leeds and Forest are both only on 26 points. West Ham are on 20 points and they play Burnley this weekend. If West Ham were to beat Burnley, I mean, that you don't need to be a mathematician. West Ham beat Burnley, the gap is 3 points. Depending on what happens tomorrow night with Leeds and Forest. If Leeds were to lose or Forest were to lose, then yeah, they're only 3 points off West Ham after the weekend, assuming West Ham win. A draw, I don't think it really suits either team. So I think you're going to see both teams really have a go. Leeds at Ellen Road. I mean, Leeds haven't won. Leeds haven't won in a long time now. They're unbeaten in a while. Sorry, not unbeaten. Obviously, they lost at Arsenal. They've got, is it 2 defeats in about 11 games or 2 defeats in 12? They aren't really winning many of them. And Forest seem like they're just turning the corner a little bit and getting back into some form. Played really well against Arsenal defensively. They played really well against Brentford. Great in Europe in midweek. They obviously won 4-0 in Europe. Yeah, they seem to have turned a bit of a corner maybe under Sean Dyche. So that's going to be an interesting game tomorrow, that one. Bad bid, first time I've seen you not crying over Arsenal. It's refreshing, but please don't become likeable. I think you're better off moving on, mate, if you don't want to see me become likeable. I'm a very likeable chap if you stick around long enough. But yeah, if you prefer hate, then just probably scroll on. It's easier to hate. Will says, Key, guess what sport I'm watching? Curling. I don't know, curling. Clarky, I think 1-1 tomorrow in the Leeds Forest game. Okay. Jose Antonio Medina. Fidalgo is playing. No, Fidalgo is not playing. No. Fidalgo is not playing. Fidalgo is on the bench. Although, no, he has. He's come on, hasn't he? Sorry, he has come on now. He has come on, but he came on for Diossa. At half-time. Yeah. But he was on the bench. He started the game on the bench. Atleti in the area. Going to be a corner. Good defending that at the back. Good defending from Nathan, who's come on for Bartra, by the way. 3 changes it was for Betis. Ortiz for Avila, Nathan for Bartra, and Fidalgo for Diossa. And Jimenez has gone on for Barrios. It was Barrios who pulled his hamstring, by the way, not Baena. Yusuf, was Barrios substituted because he's injured? Yes, he was, yeah. Prince says, yeah, from the pictures I saw from Googling Scouse, it looks exactly the same. It might well be. Yeah, maybe there's an influence, a Scandinavian influence to it. Like I said, Liverpool being on the docks, it's not really that surprising. The long golfer, Betis v Madrid. Yeah, Betis v Atletico Madrid is what we're watching. It's live on ITV4 if you're in the UK and you want to watch it. if you want to watch along with us. It's 3-0 currently to Atletico Madrid. Betis have had the chances, though. They've had the chances, and they'll be ruining them based on the current situation, because Atletico Madrid now are controlling the game. They've been a lot more dominant with possession. One-touch stuff. Betis chasing shadows. But they came out the traps in the second half. They've Lookman, chance for his second, unlucky, good block, and now Betis on the counter themselves. They need to play it over the top there. Chance missed that. Big chance missed. Will, who scored for Atletico Madrid? Hansko scored the first one off a corner. Then it was Simeone. Then it was Lookman. Lookman scored on his debut. Normal Guy. Hello, Normal Guy. How's it going? Good to see you, lad. Good luck tomorrow, 3-star. I think they might need it. Leeds away. Tough one. Very tough one. Here's Lookman. Good ball. Far post. Adrian. Good claim from Adrian. Did very well there. And he tries to get the ball out of his feet very early. I don't think he necessarily wanted that, the striker, to be honest. Good defending. So yeah, let's do Leeds and Nottingham Forest. Obviously, big game tomorrow. Big 6-pointer. And then this weekend's games, we've got 3 on Saturday. We're doing Manchester United against Spurs, 12:30. What do we make of that one? Man United v Spurs, 12:30. Followed by Arsenal against Sunderland at 3 o'clock. I'm live for that one. And then I'm live straight after for Newcastle against Brentford. So pretty much live from 12 o'clock all the way through to about 8 o'clock. If you're wanting to watch along the football with someone on Saturday, I'll be here all day pretty much. And then the same on Sunday. We've got big game to start us off. South Coast derby, Crystal Palace away at Brighton. Then we'll be going to Liverpool City, the big one. Come on, Liverpool. And then finishing the night with a bit of La Liga football. Valencia against Real Madrid in La Liga. Always a good game at the Mestalla. So we'll be watching that one. Yusuf says, you're doing great, man. I watch every stream. Keep it up. Oh, that's really nice of you to say, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I genuinely do. From the heart. Every comment that lovely comments, I really takes a lot. Thank you. Or it means a lot, rather. But I take it to heart. Not Pablo 1 says, why are you live for Arsenal Sunderland? Because it's a big game. Why not? It's the best game at the 3 o'clocks. So yeah, I'm doing the 12:30, then the 3 o'clock, and then the 5:30. What's wrong with that? Joe, what game are you watching? It's in the description on TikTok. It's Betis against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey quarter-final. Monaco have pulled one back against Strasbourg. Strasbourg 2, Monaco 1. And Atalanta 1, Juventus 0 from earlier still. That one, Scamacca with a penalty. Really need Monaco to pull one back. And Juventus, you could do with Juventus turning that one round. What are the stats looking like in that game? It's all Juventus second half. They're the only ones who've had a shot on target. Princess Key started getting defensive whenever someone mentions Arsenal now. I just can't be arsed with it. It's the same nonsense every single week, isn't it? Alan says the greatest league in the world starts tomorrow. The greatest league in the world starts tomorrow. Go on, which league's that, Alan? Tell me. 3-star says Leeds or Palace will be the team you have to chase down, Ryan. I reckon if we beat Leeds tomorrow. I think Leeds will get pulled into it. I actually think Forest do stay up. League of Ireland. Good lad, Alan. Who's your team? Oh, unlucky. Better from Anthony. Did well to get into the box there, but good defending. And Lookman does very well defensively as well. Excellent play. That's exactly what you want from your attacker coming back. strong, keeps the ball, passes it off nice and safe. Did well there, and then now pushing forward and giving him an option going forward. He's a good player, Lookman. He's only 28. It feels like he's been around for a really long time, but this is him coming into his prime. It feels like Atletico might get a decent deal there. 35 million euros they paid for him. Bohemians. I see. Love that. Well, who have you got? Who have you got this weekend? Prince Rupert says, you know what I think you should do, Key? Next Arsenal game, just cheer their every goal like mad. The people watching fan TV reactions will lose their shit. Just throw them a curveball. Just be like, yeah, get in, Arsenal. No, because that's just fake forced nonsense, and I'm not lowering myself to that nonsense. We're not doing that. Bulls v St. Pat's, the Aviva Stadium on Sunday. Be a good game, that. Ryan says, I'm dreading when West Ham plays Man United on Tuesday. Very nervous. We're live for that one as well. I'm sure that one will be a great game. Are we live for that one, actually? Tuesday night. Let's have a look. Tuesday night. West Ham Man United, 8:15. And then we're doing Sunderland Liverpool the night after. Atletico Madrid down the other end with Lookman. Great pass. Oh, it's there. It's 4-0. It's a wonderful bit of play, that, from Lookman. And he's slid in Griezmann. And Griezmann with a great finish. It's 4-0. It's an absolute rout, this one. It's an absolute rout. Zach says, hi, I'm back. It's Zach from the last stream. Good to see you, Zach. It's a great finish, that, from Griezmann. Did really well there. Strasbourg have now gone 3-1 up against Monaco. So Strasbourg and Atalanta look like they're going through. Atletico Madrid almost certainly going through now in this one. I mean, again, you can't really fault Betis here, because Betis have, at least they've tried to push up. They've committed bodies forward. They've just been done with a really, really good counter-attack there. Should Adrian do better? If we're being really critical of the goalkeeper. It's a good finish. I think it's great play from Lookman again, but I feel like if your keeper, it's straight at the keeper there, I think he should maybe be doing better. Oh, it goes through his hands. Through his hands. Got to do better there, Adrian. Not good enough. Not good enough for me, that. If that was homework, he'd be saying, see me. See me at the bottom. But it's 4-0. Game's borderline wrapped up. Great strike from Griezmann, though. It was, yeah, good strike from Griezmann. Let's call it what it is. Good strike from Griezmann. Alex says, how are things, Key? Watching the darts and Salford getting beat. And King Kong says that game's live on ITV4, is it? It is, yes. Live on ITV4, 30 minutes left. First ever game, I believe, it's history tonight. I believe it's the first ever game shown on terrestrial telly in the Copa del Rey on British telly. First ever time it's happened. Still Atalanta 1, Juventus 0 in the Copa Italia quarter-final. Scamacca penalty. At least we've seen 4 goals from open play tonight, pretty much. No penalties. Oh, we've seen one corner. 3 goals from open play. They're a bit like Arsenal, aren't they, Atletico Madrid? They get the opening goal from a set piece. And then they start opening teams up. The Arsenal of La Liga. Good claim there from Musso. 3 stars says Leeds tomorrow, Wolves on Tuesday, then some other team a week on Saturday at home to complete the double and make it 3 wins out of 3. Right, Mendoza's about to come on for Atleti, and there's a couple of other changes actually. Simeone ringing the changes. Oh, it's a great ball. Good defending, much better. Much, much better. I'll tell you what we will do as well. I don't know if people have. I was asked the other day to do my team of the season, but you can only pick one player per team. One player per team in the Premier League. You can only pick one player. Name your current, so far, Premier League team of the season. Who would it be? And it's really difficult. You're probably going to need a pen and paper to do this. You're probably going to need a pen and paper to do it because it gets really, really difficult once you've looked at it and gone, oh, I can't have him. If I'm having him, I can't have him. So you've got to try and do it in some sort of a measured way. But yeah, this was my lineup. So I went with Jordan Pickford in goal, obviously Everton. Then right back, Coyote. Coyote, of course, longest throw in Premier League history. Basically creating chances every game with his long throws. I think he's done really well defensively for Brentford. Had a great season for him. Big, strong fullback, very athletic, up and down. Good player. He's been a good signing for Brentford. Only young as well. Italian fullback Michael Coyote. So Coyote from Brentford. Centre-backs. Listen, you're going to pick an Arsenal centre-back, aren't you? So it's a straight toss-up between whether you go with Saliba or Gabriel. It's one of them. Definitely one of them. I went with Saliba. I think Saliba's the better of the two. But again, I can understand if people think Gabriel's better. That's totally fine too. So Saliba was my centre-back. Alongside him was Senesi. Senesi from Bournemouth. Oh, far post should be. Oh, no, have you missed it? Anthony. Oh, again, good defending from Hanscom. But you've got to be putting that away. You've got to be putting that away. So yeah, Saliba and Senesi from Bournemouth. Senesi's been incredible for Bournemouth as well. He's available on a free at the end of this season, by the way. That's going to be a real challenge again. Bournemouth looking to replace another exciting young centre-back. They've already done it with Zabarnyi and Hyson. They have to go and do it again. And then left-back, I think we're struggling around for the left-back that I could include that has had a really good season that doesn't already play for clubs that I wanted to include in this. So I was looking around thinking like, oh, maybe Lewis Hall from Newcastle. Maybe he would have been one I would have maybe put in. But I ended up going with Dorgu. Dorgu, left back. And then midfield. I know he's been playing more as a left winger for United in recent games, but I think he's done very well for him recently. So he deserves to be in the team. Then the three centre mids, I went with Caicedo of Chelsea, Elliot Anderson from Forest, and Morgan Rogers at centre mid. And then the front three, Semenyo's been class this season, but he's a City player. So if you pick him, then you can't pick Haaland. So again, you're stuck. What do you do? So I went with Haaland at centre forward, and I went Harry Wilson at right wing for Fulham, and Florian Wirtz for Liverpool at left wing. So that was my team of the season. With a twist, I guess. Team of the season so far in the Premier League, but with a twist. You can only pick one player per team. Pickford, Coyote, Senesi, Saliba, Dorgu, Caicedo, Rogers, Anderson, Wilson, Wirtz, Haaland. That was mine. No Hugo Ekitike. Well, Hugo Ekitike hasn't been our best player this season. For me, Szoboszlai and Wirtz have both had better seasons than him, but he's been very good. Three Star says Ireland have 7 points on the board at last, Shell. Is that for the Six Nations? Atletico, good defending from Betis. Great defending there. Will says Harry Wilson, I agree, he's been great for Fulham. Yeah, Everton tried to sign him deadline day, didn't they? I'm way too crazy. Who's winning? Winning is Betis 0, Atletico Madrid 4 in this game. Strasbourg 3, Monaco 1 in the French Cup, and Atalanta 1, Juventus 0 in the Coppa Italia quarter-final. Joe says, hi, key mate, I've been gone a while, still going on about Arsenal. Yeah. Julia says, score predictions for the Premier League. Score predictions for the Premier League are out tomorrow. Yes, we're doing, as always, our members only live tomorrow, so we'll be doing all of the Premier League predictions, the 10 Premier League games we've got over the weekend. I'll be going through all of them, looking at the fixtures, looking at where each team sits in the table, looking at the players that are available, what the consequences are for each team, winning or losing potentially, and what that might do to the table. And just looking at form and momentum in general and making my predictions. So tomorrow for members, for Premier League Dad members only, if you are a Premier League Dad member, you'll see my predictions video will be on around about 5:30 tomorrow, 5:30, 6 o'clock. So we'll do that as always, and then we'll be straight on after that for Nottingham Forest against Leeds. Or rather, Leeds against Nottingham Forest, because it's at Ellen Road, isn't it? Zach says, do you agree with Michael Carrick being nominated for Premier League Manager of the Month for January? Yeah, nomination, fair enough. I don't think he will get it, but yeah, he's coming and he might well get it. I don't know. These things are decided in weird ways. I mean, he's won against City, he's won against Arsenal, and he's won against Fulham. Don't think he necessarily has revolutionised United, other than the fact that it's a new manager bounce, and that's what happens whenever you bring a new manager in. I think he's not really changed a whole lot structurally. He's obviously gone to a back four instead of a back five, and he's brought Manu back in. But he's just said to the lads, look, just go and play with freedom. Just go and enjoy it. That's what they've said, haven't they? Players have said that. Just go and play. Just go and enjoy it. And that's usually what happens when a new manager comes in, because there's a heaviness with the previous manager. Amorim was getting a lot of stick. There's that sort of Carrick comes in and just lifts everyone. And everyone would have done that. Anyone would have done that. Fornals and Anthony's been taken off for Betis. They are now just closing the game out. Last 15 minutes, Altamira's come on, and I think Pablo Garcia possibly as well, one of my favourite young players. What are your thoughts about Man United's form? Yeah, they've done well. They've done well in terms of results. I don't think the form has been terrific, though. I don't think they played well enough to beat Fulham, but they did. Chimey says Sobbo would have been a reasonable Liverpool pick. Wirtz hasn't earned it yet, Key. Wirtz hasn't earned it? What are you on about? Wirtz has been our best player for the last 3 months. Last 3 months he's been our best player. And not only has he been our best player for the last 3 months, he's got more goals and assists in the last 10 games or whatever, 10, 15 games than any of the top players in the league in terms of creativity. Doku, Foden, Cherky, any of them. Anyone you care to mention. He's got more goals and assists than. He's done brilliantly recently, Wirtz. Szoboszlai's actually fallen off a little bit. Donny and Mui. Hey, glad I found you. You're way more interesting than the commentator on TV. Christ, how bad's the commentator on TV? I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Hopefully you stick around. We're live every day watching games of football. That's what we do on this channel. So yeah, hopefully you come back. It's nice to have you in. Got lots of fans. It's a different type of atmosphere tonight, because it's maybe a lower interest game, Betis and Atletico Madrid. We watch everyone on this channel. We do Championship games, Spanish games, obviously the big Premier League games, Champions League games, Europa League games, bit of everything. And I watch one game, at least one game, every single day with you. So if you like that sort of thing, then make sure you've hit like, subscribe, follow, all the good stuff. Will, what about player of the month so far, Key? Wirtz has got it in the bag. I can't see it being anyone else. I've looked at the player of the month selections. There doesn't really seem to be anyone who's a standout. Certainly no more than Wirtz, anyway. Julia says, will you watch Atalanta v Juventus if the games go to extra time? No. No, I won't be moving over to Atalanta and Juve. Chimey, Ekatiki's been your most impactful player this season. No, not even close. Not even close. He scored goals in big moments, but I don't think he's been impactful in the way that Wirtz or Szoboszlai have. No. He's done well. He's definitely done well. Donny says, good to see someone doing European games too. Well, listen, at the end of the day, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I watch every Liverpool game, but we also do all the big Premier League games, and then some days in the week, you're kind of scrambling around for, there's no big Premier League games on, there's no big Europa League games or Champions League games or whatever. So then it's like, well, okay, well, let's find a game, let's have a look and see what's on. And then you end up watching some weird and wonderful stuff. Certainly in the international breaks, we do National League games. We've done the Danish Superliga, the Norwegian League, the Latvian League, the Finnish League. There's always a game on, basically. Every single night, I always watch a game. LFCJ, Kai Key, thoughts on the City game on Sunday? It's going to be tough, innit? It's going to be very, very tough. Wouldn't be a surprise in any of them, to be honest. Any result like in that one. Dr. Cole says Man City should buy Nathan Collins. I don't understand why City signed Gay. Nathan Collins is the one I keep shouting about for Liverpool. I think he's exactly who Liverpool need, to be honest. Atalanta now 2-0 up against Juventus. Juve falling to bits in Bergamo. And it's Kamaldeen Sulemana, ex-Southampton winger Sulemana. He tore United apart at Old Trafford, didn't he? Last year. Very good player. But yeah, I understand why City signed Gay, because he's a good centre-back, but I think Nathan Collins is a really good fit for Liverpool. Really, really good fit. Chimey says, maybe I'm wrong, Key, but all the Liverpool games I've watched, Sobbo was carrying the team. He's done well in moments, and other games he's been a bit naff. But in terms of carrying us, I wouldn't go as far as carrying us, but he's always there. Like he does a lot of good defensive work. He scored some big goals for us, but some games he's been a bit off the boil, and that's probably because we literally have got nobody else we can put in for him. There's players Szoboszlai, Van Dijk, Konate. It's not really a surprise, Salah to a degree, but not really Salah this season. No, Konate, Van Dijk, and Szoboszlai. Gravenberch as well. Those four, I'd say those four. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Konate, Van Dijk. We have nobody that we can put in. We have absolutely nobody that we can bring in. We have got zero rotation options. So that's a real problem for Liverpool. And that's probably why you see those players making mistakes this season, because they're knackered. Absolutely knackered. Dr. Coles, are you Spurs in Champions League knockout stage? Am I Spurs? What do you mean, am I Spurs? Donny, Sobbo was excellent up until around Christmas. Feel like he slowed down a bit. But Wirtz a step. Yeah, Wirtz for me, I genuinely believe he's been our best player last 3 months. I think he's been incredible. Even going back to November, even before the goals and the assists started falling, he was terrific then. There was games where he was absolutely fantastic, even without getting any goals or assists. People look at the goals and assists as they always come generally after a player starts playing really well. And Szoboszlai, listen, he's been incredible, but I think he's probably up there for player of the season. But it wouldn't surprise me if Wirtz keeps going how he is. He'll certainly be up there with him. Dr. Coles, surprise. Surprise what? Corner for Betis. There you go. There's the 8th corner and 5 for Atletico Madrid. You've got it, mate. You've got it, Yusuf. You've got what you wanted. You needed 8 corners in the game, and you needed 5 Atletico Madrid corners and 8 in the game. You've now got that. Betis have got their corner. Well done. Good lad. That was a great shout. There's 10 minutes left here. at the Estadio de la Cartuja. Betis aren't playing at the Benito Villamarín this season. It's being renovated, so they're away from their spiritual home in Seville. Albeit they're still in Seville. They're just in the big sort of national Spanish stadium in Seville, the Cartuja. Yellow card for Diego Llorente. Yeah, it was a bit of a lash out, to be honest. Frustration boiling in now with these Betis players. They're not happy. I think they're just hoping to get a goal for the fans, and it's a great effort. Unlucky, good save from Musso. Donny says, Betis have been really disappointing tonight. Thought this would be a close one. Do you know what, though? Do you not think there's been times in the game... I don't know if you've watched the first half or what, but Betis, they had chances. I know Atletico Madrid did too. Lookman missed a couple of sitters, but Betis have missed. Chimey missed an absolute sitter 1v1 that would have made it 1-1 at the time. They were 1-0 down. Chimey misses a sitter. That would have got them straight back into the game. And maybe it's a different game at that point. But yeah, Atletico have scored goals at moments in the game where Betis have just tried to push out, and it just psychologically, they've killed them. They've absolutely killed them. But yeah, I've been rooting for Betis. I've got me Betis shirt here, mate. I've got me Betis shirt ready. I was gonna wave it around tonight. Get Betis shirts going. But no, sadly, they've flopped it tonight. Sad. Julius, are you doing a Super Bowl watch-along? No, absolutely not. I've never watched the Super Bowl in my life. I've no intention of ever watching it. Griezmann, oh, good save. That should be it, and it's 5. Oh, my God. It's there. It's an absolutely fantastic goal from Almada. Great play. Almada passed it through to Griezmann. Griezmann with the shot. Adrian with the save. And Almada with the reply. Tapped it in. 6, maybe 8 yards out at a push. And it's 5-0. 5-0. L1, I need one more corner from Atleti. Seems the attacking intensity is greatly reduced. Well, you say that and then they score. Donny says, yeah, Chimey did blow a big chance, but Atleti have sliced them open too easily. And there we go again. Yeah, you called it. You called it, mate. Sibby, do you ever watch Liverpool at all? Every single game. Never missed a Liverpool game. Never, ever missed a Liverpool game. Tom says the Super Bowl is very late in Europe. Julia says, I think it's about 2 a.m. That's well past my my bedtime. Yeah, can't be doing that. City, you always seem to be at your house, though. Oh, you mean watch as in go and watch Liverpool? No, don't watch. I've not watched Liverpool in two and a bit years. I think it was 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. I've not seen a Liverpool game under Slot. The last game I saw was under Jurgen Klopp Jurgen Klopp's last year at the club, basically. I went with my dad to watch it. I've been very lucky. I've seen Liverpool all over the world. Been very, very lucky. But I have no desire to go back and watch them. I won't be going back. That's me done. Going watching games of football physically now. That's me done. But I've been very lucky. I've watched hundreds of games at Anfield, and I've travelled around Europe watching Liverpool in the Champions League and the Europa League. I've loved it. It's been brilliant. Jake, hey, up, how you doing, lad? Good to see you. Long time no see. How's things? You don't have to answer that question. I genuinely hope things are better for you, mate. I really do. I've been hoping you'd pop. I've seen you coming briefly in a few of the streams, but I've only been back on TikTok like, I don't know, a couple of weeks. If not even a couple of weeks, a couple of games, isn't it? It's only been a few days. Atalanta now 3-0 up against Juventus. They're flying. Donny says you better get used to them 2 a.m. kickoffs for the World Cup. It's going to be a struggle. Well, do you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the 2 a.m. kickoffs for the World Cup. They're going to have to be... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it unless I literally sleep. I'm going to have to become a vampire for the World Cup. I might have to just see what the schedule looks like. Because the thing is, I've actually been approached by a sponsor for the World Cup who wants me to promote them specifically, exclusively throughout the World Cup. They've already got that lined up. But yeah, I haven't I haven't really thought about what the schedule looks like yet. I need to see what all the games are, what the kickoff times are, and really, really plan it all out. Tom says the NFL is catching on in the UK. Good to see. Hey, listen, no offence to anyone that does watch it and enjoys it. You like what you like. Good luck to you, but I can't enjoy the NFL. Feels like it's stop-start. Jake says rough as a tramp's beard, but still here. Good lad. Great news on the sponsor, mate. Only a matter of time, bud. Keep going. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate that, lad. I really do. Ronald the Goat says, who do you think will win the World Cup 2026? Who do I think will win the World Cup 2026? What, this? The old Jules Rimet? Who do I think wins this? I think this will go to Spain. Can't see it being anyone other than Spain. I think Spain are too good. Too good not to win it, to be honest. So yeah, I fancy Spain. Spain to win the World Cup. Donny says, I'm considering taking the first week off work so I can just destroy my sleep pattern. Do you know what? This is, I swear to God, like, one of my mates, I won't name him because I don't even think they've announced it yet, but one of my mates and his missus were trying to conceive, and he deliberately, I mean, I don't think he's told his missus this, to be fair, but he deliberately delayed and delayed and delayed for as long as he could so that they conceived in a specific window, and he's now got paternity leave when the World Cup's on. It was absolutely brilliant, absolutely top quality timing. So yeah, I've kind of given the game away though. Hopefully she's not watching. But yeah, he's got paternity leave during the World Cup. Good lad. Well done to him. Jamie says, I'm skipping this World Cup. I know America will ruin it. Why? Why will America ruin it? Do you think they'll do American things? They'll sensationalise it and have like, your halftime scoreboard is sponsored by Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, the freshest dew. Tony says, all I'm saying is Tuchel is the best coach at the World Cup. Well, yeah, and do you know what? There's an argument that he's got maybe the best team at his disposal, but listen, I'm a Liverpool fan, Donny. I don't know who you're. Are you a Liverpool fan? I don't know. I don't know if you are. I don't think we covered that. Apologies if I've got that wrong, but I don't really follow England. I don't really support England. I find it very difficult to cheer for England. When I'm watching a World Cup, I'm not cheering England on. I'm just watching a load of football, and there's football every day, so I enjoy watching football every day. And I like watching England, and if they go through, then great. But if they go out, I don't lose a wink of sleep over it. It genuinely doesn't mean anything to me. I don't think I've felt strongly about England going out of a tournament since France '98 and Batty. I was a little bit miffed about the World Cup in 2002 when Ronaldinho scored, because I was on a boat in France watching that. Well, I say a boat. I was on a ferry. I was on the Dover to Calais ferry because I was going on a school trip to Disneyland in 2002. And that was what was on the ferry going to Paris or going to Calais. I was watching the Brazil game against England and Ronaldinho lobbed David Seaman. So I remember where I was when it was happening. Donny, I'm going to remember that when the time comes. I was going to say, hey, if you've not got kids, wait till the next international tournament. Get it going in like August time. August time's perfect. Jamie says they'll probably start by renaming it to FIFA International Soccer Cup or something stupid like that. And Donny says, I'm a Liverpool and MK Dons fan, but also a big England fan. I know not all of us Reds are the same though. Yeah, I just don't particularly enjoy it, to be honest. It's full time here. He's not even gone and given any extra time. He's literally just ended it on 90 minutes. No extra time. It's 4-0. He's put him out of their misery. Ryan, my dad's an MK Dons fan. Lovely. Another Don. Fantastic. Mr. C, go on, lad. What's your prediction for our game on Saturday? Well, I'm doing the predictions tomorrow, so I won't tell you purely because I think it'd be disrespectful to our members. I'm doing a prediction video now every single Friday for Premier League Dad members only. So Friday I will have told everyone, and then Saturday I'll be live for United and Spurs at 12:30. So maybe on Saturday, if you're joining us for the United Spurs game, I'll be happy to talk about the other fixtures. Donny says, what a performance from Atleti. They did very well there, didn't they? I need to change the timer and turn it to full time now. There you go, full time. Donny, all the Dons in here tonight. We've got a fair few, yeah. It's a surprise. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan, but we've got an awful lot of, like I said, Notts County, Peterborough, Coventry, Borough, Leicester. We've got fans who... Oxford fans are regular now as well. Absolutely loads of fans up and down the football pyramid. It's great to see. Halifax fans as well who come on regularly. As well as obviously Everton and Liverpool and United and Chelsea and City and Arsenal and all that stuff. So it's nice. We've got a nice mix. It's not an echo chamber in here. And it's lovely to have you in, Donny. You've been a lovely addition to the team, to the crew, to the regular community that we have. Hopefully you'll come back for lives in future. Be yourself, Dylan. You just said 4-0. It is 4-0. It's 4-0. Oh, is it 5? Sorry, 5-0. 5-0. Apologies, Dylan. I got it wrong. It's 5-0. Be yourself, Dylan. Leicester's been deducted 6 points and are now just above the bottom three. Have they been? I thought that took them into the bottom three. Zach says, has Senna Lammens been a very good goalkeeper in Man United? Just want your opinion. I think he's settled things down for United, hasn't he? He's had, his command of the area. His command of the area has been really, really good. And I think that was the big thing missing for United at the back, wasn't it? The goalkeeper was always a bit chaotic. And, they never really had an awful lot of confidence in him, the defence. But yeah, I feel like with Senna Lammens, there is at least a little bit of assurance. When the ball comes in, he comes out, he's confident, he's brave, he claims it. I think there's some goals that he could have done better with, but he's a young keeper. He'll make mistakes. You've got to show patience with him. A little bit like David De Gea. David De Gea was the same when he first came in. He was pretty naff, not naff, but he made some mistakes. He was a bit average for United in the first 18 months, maybe even the first 2 years, but he was only about 18, 19 when you signed him. And then he kicked on and he became, at one point, one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world for a short spell. Sarah, take it easy. Take it easy, Sarah. Thank you again. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to be shooting off now as well, to be honest. I will be live tomorrow, Friday night. Atalanta Juventus has finished 3-0. Strasbourg 3, Monaco 1. I'll be live tomorrow night for Leeds v Nottingham Forest. A proper relegation 6-pointer, that one. Both teams deadlocked on 26 points. West Ham on 20, chasing them down. 16th against 17th. Proper 6-pointer at Ellen Road. I have no idea what to make of that one yet. Forest probably a little bit more in form, but Leeds at home you just can't write off. It's going to be a great game, that one. I'll be live from 7:30. And if you're a Premier League Dad member and you want to see my predictions video, my Premier League preview video where we go through all 10 fixtures this weekend and I give my previews and my predictions of what I think will happen, as well as what happened last week and what I got right and what I got wrong, then you need to go and head over to Premier League Dad on YouTube and subscribe and become a member and all that good stuff. But if you haven't already, make sure you've left a like on the video. Make sure you've subscribed. If you're on TikTok or Twitch, make sure you've followed. Live every day, watching games of football with you. Really appreciate it. Thank you everyone that's been in the chat. See you all tomorrow. Have a lovely Thursday night. Take it easy. Ta-da.